Every single day, close to 20 people die waiting for organs on the national transplant list, which is over 7,000 people a year. On the national transplant list, there are over 116,000 men, women, and children waiting for an organ that their bodies lack. UNOS, the United Network for Organ Sharing, is what medical professionals use to stay up to date on all organ donations. UNOS allows hospital communities to see a patient's status on the list and if they were to experience a trauma when organs become available. Organ donation occurs between a donor and a recipient who is in desperate need of an organ because theirs has failed due to either injury or disease. Although organ donation may not directly affect you in your day-to-day life, it is a decision that everyone is responsible for making. Let's face it, no one knows what could occur in a day. Any traumatic event can lead to organ donation, whether the person is on the saving or receiving end of the incident. Trauma is the #1 leading cause of death in America, and you never know when you or a loved one might experience it. Organ donation is a crucial necessity for some and can hold significant importance to multiple people and their families. Today, I will inform you on the 2 types of organ donation and the benefits of each. Organ donations benefit the lives of many, far beyond just the direct donor or recipient. There are 2 different types of organ donation: living donation and deceased donation. Both donations have similar and different benefits to each party of the transplant taking place. Living donation occurs roughly around 6,000 times a year, but is usually performed between family or close friends. Living donors are able to give up a kidney, part of a lung, part of the liver, part of the pancreas, or part of the intestine. Living donations can also include skin, bone, bone marrow, and blood, which healthy bodies will regenerate subsequently. Though this type of donation is often performed between relatives or close friends, anyone can sign up and become an altruistic living donor. The benefits of being a living donor include the ability to save a loved one, have no financial participation in the procedure, and providing somebody the ability to resume a more normal life. Although living organ donation may not be the first thing you think of when regarding transplants, it can be just as crucial and important as being an organ donor when deceased. Deceased donations occur over 35,000 times a year, allowing many lives to be saved and impacted dramatically. Choosing to be an organ donor when deceased can save up to 8 individual lives. Whether you choose to be listed as an organ donor on your license or have a conversation with loved ones about your wishes, making the decision to be a donor when deceased can have an incredible ripple effect. When deceased, if viable, your heart, lungs, kidneys, liver, pancreas, and intestines would all go out to the most urgent patients on the national transplant list, potentially saving their life. This selfless decision not only impacts the life of the recipient, but their loved ones and many others in their life. Being a deceased organ donor is beneficial because there is no financial participation involving the transplant, and the option to have an open casket funeral is not compromised. Both living and deceased donation can play an extremely important role and hold many benefits to both the donor and the recipient. There are many benefits that an organ donor, living or deceased, provide for the life of a recipient and the people in it. Being an organ donor can provide the potential for someone who has been very sick a second chance at a better life. Although organ donation may not directly affect you in your daily life, it is your single-handed decision to be a donor, and it is an extremely important one. The benefits of organ donation that I have informed you of today are just a few of thousands that many hold close to heart. Keep in mind, one last benefit to this extraordinary advancement in our world of medicine is the possibility that it could one day save you or a loved one's life. Choosing organ donation is an active decision to save lives. So make the selfless decision and choose life.